Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another ARK video, and today we are going to start taming some Thylas. Now if you don't know, Thylas are some of my favorite creatures in ARK, and I want to do some mutations on them. And when I want to do... man, my voice is going. When I want to do some mutations, I like to get 10 of 162 or higher. So that's 162, 168, 174, and 180. I'm on difficulty 6, so max level is 180. So I like to tame anything above 162 in order to hopefully get some good stats. So what I plan on doing today is going out and taming up 10 of those high levels. Now that shouldn't be too hard because Thylas seem to be pretty common on the map, and the map also seems to have that high level bonus thing. So I haven't really been seeing a ton of low levels. It's actually, you seem to find more high levels. So I think I have everything. I got my gun, I got a bunch of gates, I have a ton of kibble. They're not going to need an narcotic because they're only going to take 12 minutes to tame if it's a 180. I got some nuts. And I got my pocket wrecks, right? Yeah. So let's just kind of head around and see. It seems like they're usually in like high elevation areas, like around mountains or on the mountain. So I've got an okay idea where they are. I have seen a lot, so hopefully I shouldn't have too much of a problem knocking them out. And I don't like how the game looks so washed, but I can't really do anything about it. It's a map thing, not like a setting thing. No, I don't know if I want to use my, like, there's one right there. I don't know if I want to use my, I can't think, my visor in order to find them, because they're pretty big, so hopefully I won't have a, man, this just looks crazy. What is happening? So I think the lighter Thyla is the level, is the 162, yeah. So let's see if we can help them out. By killing some of these creatures. I don't want to bring them back over here. Knew I was getting low. Holy crap, that blood. Da-da-da. These scorpions. I'm gonna take care of this other Thyla. I believe the other one's only on 114. There we go. Alright, and we got the scorpion dead. So let's come up on this hill a little bit so there's nothing really bad near us. Let's get our net gun out, load her up. And all we gotta do, jump down and boop. There we go. And let's go ahead and just put 4 of these down. 1, 2, 3. And do it right about there. And we just gotta fill in the gaps. And let's get out of there so we don't get turned into a snack for it. And boom. Now all we have to do is knock it out. Which shouldn't take... That's not the right gun. Don't want to kill it. Which shouldn't take too many darts. And they do have headshot multipliers, so this should go pretty quick. Alrighty, so she is all sorts of knocked out. I forgot that our Thylas actually take longer to knock out. They have that resistance to them. So this should only take 12 minutes. I'm going to do a cut right here just because I want to look up on the Dodo decks to see if there's a different type of Thyla. Like, if there is, there's normal Thylas, but then is there, I want to know if Dodo decks has a category for our Thylas. Give me 1 second to figure that out. Alright, so there doesn't seem to be a difference between like the time that it would take to tame up that Thyla compared to a normal Thyla. So we should be all set. I got the timer going, and while that's going, we can fly around and look for some more. Now, a dead giveaway is the bleed effect, like right there, boom. So those, I saw those arrows were bleeding. Thylas have a bleed, so now it's just a matter of finding the Thyla. What level is this Rex? I actually know where 2 max level Rexes are, so I need to keep an eye out for that. And I didn't see this orange one. That's 162. It's pretty hurt. I might be able to save it. I don't know if it's worth it though. There's another one too. There's a black color one somewhere in there. See it. 24. I thought it was hanging in there. He is kind of bloody. I'm gonna let him go. I'm gonna see if he lives. I can come get him later. He's only... Man, they're all... This is what I'm saying. They're all over the place on this map. I don't want to, like... I would much rather get a 174, such as that one. So let's help this one out. There's a whole bunch of stuff around here. Ooh, the mammoths have headshot multipliers. I didn't know that. God, there's so much blood everywhere. There's also so many alpha raptors. And there's another Thyla that joined, and I didn't even see that thing. So the tan one is a 174. Oh my god, what the... What is going on? This is what I was saying. This map is nuts with its levels. Woo! Okay, I don't want to get bit by them. Alright, come here, my precious kitty cats. Marsupial looking things. Let's just slowly head this way. Rapper, don't aggro on me. There's so much crap around here. Up we go. Good, 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 good. Pressed the wrong button there. I hope they don't aggro onto the mammoths. Let's see if we can use this rock as a natural trap. That was close. Alright, let's see. Get it going like that. Let's go ahead and net that one. Do something like this. And we can net this one a little bit away from it. Don't want to accidentally shoot it. That would suck. Oh my god, I can't believe... What is it? What is this? What is this right here? Look at this. That's amazing. A 174 and a 180. And they're just... I got them trapped right next to each other. Oh my god, that's awesome. Alright, well that worked out very well. I think my alarm's telling me... Okay, so that dodo ducks... Or not that dodo ducks. That Thyla will be ready to be tamed in 5 minutes. So let's knock out this 180 at least. And get that one going. I'm gonna get the 180 first because that one's clearly more important than this one. So I'm gonna wait for this one to go. Well, I don't need to wait. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's just start going. Ooh, they're mate boosted. Yeah, I don't know. I think mate... I'm not sure if mate boosting has a effect on torpor. It probably does, but I'm not gonna go through and retrap these guys, so I'm just gonna take the hit. I can go back. I have a ton of stuff in order to make. I might not have enough charcoal, but making charcoal and making gunpowder is super easy. And I have a million I have so many narcotics. I made so much, so I'm not really too worried about the darts. I can just go make more. Because I definitely am not gonna have enough for all the Thylas that we are going to tame today. I can't believe we just got a 180 and a 174. I didn't even see. I saw a 174. Then all of a sudden I was like, "What's this other one?" And boom, 180. I will take it. I will gladly take it. These things are amazing looking. I love the pattern on these ones. I don't hate the other pattern at all on normal Thylas, but this one also looks nice. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and knock these two out real quick. All right, I don't know what the heck happened, but this Thyla is gone. What the heck is that? ARK. All right, he's right there still. All right, let's get this 180 knocked out. He must have... That trap was pretty small, so I'm not actually surprised that it, like, phased through somehow. Let's make sure that one's doing good, right? Yeah, that one's fine. I'm not gonna kill you, are you? How are you doing on health? The other one I knocked out is actually... No, this one should be fine. The other one I knocked out is actually pretty close to being dead. Just a couple more darts, and this guy will be knocked out. The headshot hitbox. These guys have a headshot multiplier, but the hitbox for it is terrible. Alright, let's go ahead and pick this up. I heard a jump. Where'd it go? Oh, it's right there. Let's go ahead and nut it. Boop. Knock-on is amazing. Let's go like right there. There. And there. Don't think they'll be able to, that Thyla will be able to squeeze through there. It might. I don't know, we'll have to wait and see though. Alright, I'm gonna fly over here though and tame up this other one because it's ready to be fed. Plus I can get more traps because I'm out of not traps. I'm out of gates. So I need to get these ones back. And another Thyla spawned over here. Only a 66 though. Hopefully my trap is good enough that this thing won't actually... I should just kill this. I don't even want to risk it hitting the other Thyla. So let me just come down here. Take care of this one. This one is doing all right. It's gonna take, I think it said 9. Holy crap, that was fast. There's no way it ate all 9 pieces of kibble that fast. Oh, dang it. I don't know why it tamed up so fast. I missed out on grabbing the extra kibble. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and ball her up. And then we can pick up our trap. Right there. Boop, boop. Boop. We could tame a scorpion right now if we wanted to. Alright, there we go. Nope. Wrong button. Alright, now let's head over here and let's go ahead and knock out our 174. I can't believe how fast how many and how fast they're spawning. Like, that one was definitely not there earlier. And now it's there. Holy crap, it's like jumping. That must have been how it got out. Alright. Should have enough darts to knock this one out, so let's get going on that. These head boxes for these things are terrible. Like, somehow that's not in its head. And then there's also tons of times where it just doesn't register. So I'm just going for body shots. Alrighty. She is also knocked out now. Ooh. Ooh. I can't keep hitting the wrong buttons. Okay, so these ones are knocked out. I'm actually going to take the time now. I'm not going to go out and search some more while these things are taming up. I'm going to go back to base and make some more darts. And maybe some more traps, honestly, because we're finding these things like crazy. So I'm going to go do that while these things are waiting to be ready to be tamed. And I will cut back once I feed them. Alright, so the 180 is good, and the 174 will be ready to be tamed in, like, 30 seconds, so. I think this is enough. Then it's going to be number 2. Let's go ahead and ball him up. I'm not going to actually look at the stats. I'm going to wait until we get all of them, and then I'll look at all the stats at the same time. Just to make it a little exciting. We got our 174. Which by now is probably ready to be tamed. Let's go ahead and give her 4 pieces of the finest kibble. Ta-da! Number 3. Big roar. Alright, now we can pick up our trap once again. Let's take a swig. Like this. Give me my trap back. Whoop! Ooh, I was trying to see if I could do it all in the all while I was in the air. All right, let's get that hidden. All right, well, that's 3 of the Thylas out of the way. I'm not gonna like make you guys keep watching this because it's gonna be the same thing over and over again. So I'm gonna go out, gonna tame at least 7. I was gonna say at least 3 more, at least 7 more Thylas. So we can get 10 high level, all 162 and above. I might be a little bit more strict on the levels. I might just go for 174s and 180s because I mean clearly they're around, so I might really like take the time and look for the higher levels. I'm not sure yet, but yeah, I will cut back once we have all 10 and we will take a look at their stats. Alright, so I have no idea what the last thing you guys saw was. I think it'll be, well, yeah, it's got to be some, what is going on in the background? What the? What is that? How have I never noticed that? Alright, well, I don't know what the heck that is. But, so, I think the last thing you guys saw was just me taming up some Thylas. I can't imagine it'd be anything else. But I have it's been a couple days since I last tamed my last Thyla. So I have a lot of explaining to do on what's happening, or what has happened. So, after I tamed 10 Thylas like I was going to. Well, while I was taming my 10 Thylas, I actually was finding an insane amount of high-level Rexes. So while I was taming my Thylas, I also started taming some Rexes, and I ended up also getting all the Rexes that I needed to start my mutations. But I'm not going to talk about any of that in this video, because again, this is the Thyla video. That will be, I think, in the next video, or a video to come, where I start talking about the Rexes. But so, like I just said, I got all my Thylas, and I needed somewhere to start breeding them. Like I've mentioned in the past, I would needed to build somewhere for, like, the Maywings, although I haven't even started doing mutations on them yet. So I needed to build somewhere, so that's what I did. So if we come on down here, you can see, we have a big area that I created for our mutations. Now, I definitely went a little bit overboard with this, but I like to have big areas, and I honestly kind of need to have big areas, because if I come over here, it'll be easier to show on the Thylas. Plus, I don't want to like spoil the whole Rex thing, so I can talk about the Rexes in that video. But so let me kind of break down how I go about mutating. So when I mutate, I go for basically 3 different stats. I go for health, stam, and melee. Basically the 3 good stats that you would want on a creature. So I breed for them. And so what I do is I took my 10 Thylas and I bred them to get all the best stats into 1 Thyla. And then I also took the low level Thyla and bred the worst stats, being oxygen and movement speed, and I bred them into the Thyla with all the good stats. That way it will bring down the overall level of the creature. That way I can get more mutations and stay away from the level cap. Because if you hit the level cap, or if you exceed the level cap, when you throw out a creature from like a cryopod, it'll be deleted. So you have to make sure you stay under it. So when I'm going to go overboard with a creature, I make sure to do that, to breed in those low level stats. That way we can avoid that. So I got all the stats I wanted into 2 identical creatures, and those are called Perfect F and Perfect M. So so you can see I have 8 Perfect Fs for each stat. So this is, you can see right there, 3H. That's my health stat, like my health line right there. This is my stamina line, and then that's my melee line. So I will take, so how it all starts is I start with 8 perfect females, and then I put a perfect male in the middle, and I breed all eight of these. So every time, like, you know, one I don't even know what you would call it. When you're breeding 8 females and 1 male, every time, you know, they breed, it'll be 8 Thylas minimum, and then you can get like twins and yada yada yada. So that's a lot more than if you were just to do 1 male, 1 female. It's 8 times more. So that speeds it up quite a bit. So that's another reason why I need so much room, because I also did that with the Rexes. So it speeds that up a lot. And then let me kind of explain what the Dino Storage mod does. So the Thylas breed, and Thylas don't need air cons, which I for some reason completely forgot about, because they're mammals, so they lay like a baby. They don't lay an egg. The egg doesn't need to hatch. So the baby Thyla will pop out, and as soon as the baby Thyla pops out, these soul terminals will pick them up. I've got soul traps in here, so that's what they kind of use, and then it'll instantly soul trap them, and it'll be like this. Just pretend that was a Thyla. So then you have all your Thylas, and you can see their level and all their stats. And if I go in here, you can see here is the range. You can adjust it, but here is the range. This is kind of a bad example. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, so I toned it down. So anything in this little bubble will be picked up by that soul terminal if it's a baby. So all of the Thylas will get picked up from it. Let me disable that just so I don't see it. So then I'll go around and do my thing and let these guys breed, and then I'll come back and you can just type in their level. So you can see whenever you get a mutation, it adds 2 levels onto the creature. So my first mutation was a 211, my second was 213, and my third was 215. So you can see right here. So when this is all filled up, I can just type in 215, and any mutations will show here. So like say this was a 215, it would show there, but clearly it's not, so it's not going to show there. And then I can just check their stats for what the mutation is landed in, and if it landed in the one that I need, I can just take it out, and then I can just click destroy all souls in terminal, and it'll kill off all the creatures in there, which also gives you experience. So that's why I'm a 105 now, because I've been killing Rexes and Thylas like crazy, like hundreds of them. So it gives you a ton of experience, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I was pretty close to max level anyways, or I guess I'm not max level, but you know what I mean. So basically I do that with each stat. So you can see we have 3 health mutations right here. So you can see this is what we started at, was 6790, and with 3 mutations we are now at 7604. What did we start at? Yeah, we are on our way with that, and then we also have our stamina thing, which it's the same exact operation for every single creature. You can see there's the male. Oh, and if you don't know, here's a hitching post. So I kind of explained this before. I think it was in the kibble video. If you were to just have these guys mating and not wandering, when you would log off the server, or if you went out of the creature's render range, they would stop breeding because they're not loaded in. But if you have them on wandering, the game will always keep them loaded in if you're on a server. If you're in single player, you have to be near them no matter what. If you're logged into the server, I'll explain that in a second. Okay, so the hitching post allows you to put them on wandering, but they're not moving. So like the females right now are all wandering, but as you can see, they're not moving because they're hitched to the post. So I could go, if I turn the male on and have all these guys breeding, I could go on the other side of the map, or I could log off out of the server, and these guys will continue to breed, which is what you want, because you don't want to have to sit here all day, every day, while you're breeding, because that would just suck. You can't do anything else. So yeah, so I feel like I'm doing a terrible job explaining that. But yeah, I can, with the hitching post, I can have all of them on wandering and mating, and I can either be here, I can be on the other side of the map, I could just not be playing, I could have the game exited out, and they're still going to be breeding. If you're in single player, the only way you can have them breeding, you could mimic this exact setup, but as soon as you leave, well, no, if you mimic this exact setup, when you leave the render range, you'll be good, because they're on wandering. But if you exit the server, then they won't breed, because the server's not running. So you would have to be in the server. If you mimic the setup, you'd have to be in the server for them to continue to breed. But you could be on the other side of the map, and they would breed. So that's where we're at with stamina. I can show you the stamina. Like we started with, look at one of the base parents. We started at 2280, and we are at 2440. And then if I come over here to melee, you can see we started at 387.3, and we are at 410. And you can see right here, if you go into the ancestor page, we have 2 mutations. So that's basically what I'm doing. I'm doing the same over there with the Rexes, but like I said, I'm not going to talk about that in this video. Then I just have a feeding trough. And if you're wondering how these air condition, server lag. If you're wondering how the air cons are being powered, I have the generator right here, you know, with all its gas, nothing crazy. And then on the ground, I have these internal wiring. If you don't know, that's part of the S Plus mod. If I type in wiring, see right here, internal wiring. And where you can see the little lightning symbol, that's where I have the wires. So you can see there's no wires here in the foundation, but there is here. So I can follow this along so that I have power running all along this foundation. And then it just breaks off, like it'd break off right here. And then it comes here, and then you can see I just snap a outlet to it, and then that will power the air conditioners. But yeah, you don't need air cons for Thylas. I completely didn't realize that. But you do need them for Rexes over there. So in the okay, I'm not gonna even talk about that because this isn't the Rex video. But if I come back up here, I can actually show you the process that it takes to get to that point. Because like I said, it's been a couple days since I last recorded from when I tamed the Thylas. And that's because it takes a while to get to this point. Like it's not something that happens fast. I know it's in one video, but I mean, this is like I just said, this taking days to get to this point. So what you do is you go out, and I tamed 10 Thylas. So over here, I type in Thyla, you can see these are all the unused ones. So you can see their numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, and 11 were all not used. And I actually tamed more than 10. I think I might have tamed 12 Thylas in total. So all of these Thylas had stats that I didn't want to use. And then if I come over here, so I could basically get rid of those, and it wouldn't matter. I can't be for sure, but some of these Thylas, you can kind of see their names. So some of these were the missing numbers. So some of these are like 12, 4, whatever numbers weren't present in that other box were right here. And this is where I started breeding in the stats that I needed. So you can see like this one had oxygen and speed. This one had health and stam. And now some like one Thyla might have had the best stat for 2 different stats. And then you just constantly breed the stats that you want until you get them into one Thyla. And then you'd have to do that twice because you need a male and a female. So you can see like right here it's got health, stam, oxygen, speed. And then you would breed it with like what? I think this one, you would have it like you would breed it with food, weight, and melee. Granted, they're the same gender, but you get the idea. So that takes some time because you have to wait for the Thylas to grow up, and even with boosted settings, it still took me a long time. Granted, I was also doing the Rexes at the same time, so that made it even longer. And then I bred the 2 perfect parents to get a whole bunch of perfect parents. I mean, I needed 24 females down there at the bottom, and then a bunch of extra males. I really don't, like, I'm not trying to make this a tutorial, but yeah, so I'm not even going to explain what I was just about to say. But yeah, so I have a whole bunch of, these are the perfect parents. With, if you look at the stats, that's all the best stats, and then also the worst stats for oxygen and movement speed. And then you will get your mutation. So here's the health line. So this was our first mutation in health. This was our second. And then for the third health, we got a female. And then so you have to breed a female with a perfect M, and that'll swap over the mutation to a male, which is what we have down there. Because obviously, if you get a female, you could mate it with a perfect male to get the mutation, but then you can't take advantage of having 8 females to breed with, because you can't breed a female with a female. You have to breed a male with the 8 female. So if you get a female mutation, I let it raise up, and then I breed it with a perfect male to swap the mutation over to the male, and then I slot him in. And that's how it goes. That's basically what I do. I kind of wanted to explain it, but like I said, I'm not trying to make this a tutorial, because there is millions of other guides out there that explain it and have really good videos. This is more or less the method that Syntax uses, because like I said, he's the one that taught me how to play this game. Essentially, I learned how to play this game while watching all of his videos, and he definitely has some amazing guides out there. So if you want to know more about breeding and mutating, definitely go watch his videos. I think he's got 2 guides about mutating at this point, because the first one was a little bit outdated. But yeah, I'm not really sure how long this video is going to be, because I was taming all that stuff. So, but I'm going to call it here just because I don't really have anything else to do in this video. I'm not going to wait until I get all the mutations, because that's going to take a while, at least in real life. So I'm not going to show the end Thyla right now. I'm just going to let these guys go for a good couple more days in real life until I plan on doing 20 mutations for each line. So that'll be 60 mutations in the end. But yeah, I'm going to call it here for that, guys. If you guys did enjoy the video, feel free to like it. It helps me out a ton. If you didn't, there's always that dislike button. If you want to see more ARK content or just content from me in general, feel free to subscribe. But yeah, I'm trying to grow the YouTube. So if you could, like, any likes or subscribers? If you subscribe, it helps me out a ton. I'm trying to grow the YouTube, so I would greatly appreciate it. But yeah, like I just said, that's gonna be it for me for this video, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.